y'all, Joey here. So, you know how TV's been reviving a whole bunch of TV series recently? Between Roseanne, Will and Grace, and Fear Factor, TV's been going crazy with revival fever. And you know what? I want in. Between bringing back Pokemon Investigations and the Speedy Pit how-to videos, I need one more series for that beautiful trifecta to happen. And here's a video I've been meaning to make for over a year now, but I just never got to. What video might I be referring to? Well, you can read the title. It's the next part in the Top 8 Gym Leaders of Blank series, of course, and that's why I clicked this video. This Top 8 is a continuation on my past Gym Leader series, where I take the gym leaders and rank them. I forget what my protocol was in the past, but I'll be ranking the gym leaders based on difficulty, gym design, and memorability. As this is Sinnoh, which in my opinion has the most impressive group of gym leaders, whittling this list down was pretty tough. Also, it goes without saying that this is my own personal opinion, so don't get too upset if your gym leader's on the bottom. While whittling this list down may have been pretty tough for me, I can safely say that this is my top 8. Now, let's get to it. Coming out of the bottom of the barrel is unfortunately Maylene. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if Maylene was part of the Kanto or Johto eclectic, she would have easily made top 4. Instead, Maylene is just in a region that has, in order, a father-son duo, one of the hardest early game gym leaders to ever exist, a French contest queen, a WWE wannabe, a fiery ice queen, and Volkner. Maylene, though she is determined, is pretty lackluster all things considered. While she may have been the original Lucario main, it's hard to say anything else about her team. While both of her gym designs may have been cool, with more points going to the Platinum iteration, Maylene just falls flat by the time you get to her. You see, in Platinum, Maylene is the 4th gym leader, while in Diamond and Pearl, she's the 3rd. Her highest level mon in Diamond and Pearl is a level 30 Lucario, which wouldn't have been that bad if there wasn't a whole bunch of story before her, and you could have easily gotten Pokemon such as Staraptor, Alakazam, Gyarados, Crobat, and Drifblim, just to name a few easy answers. While in Platinum, she does get a 2-level boost for her ace is only 6 levels higher than Fantina's, and there's still just as much story you gotta get through. Overall, I like Maylene's spunkiness, but it just doesn't hold up to be anywhere above the bottom in a stellar cast of gym leader. Up next at number 7 is my personal favorite Sinnoh gym leader, but this isn't a favorites list, so who gives a damn? Number 7 is Candace, the warm and cuddly ice queen resting all the way up in Snow Point City, far, far away from everyone else. This girl and Maylene actually have plenty in common, being very dedicated to their art. However, according to conversations with Maylene, Candace has been studying with her in order to understand the weaknesses of the ice type. And since I don't see Maylene doing the same with Fantina, Candace gets some props. In addition, I've always enjoyed her gym design. While it's another ice puzzle, this one actually works acceleration into the equation, making things unique and interesting as you slide around trying to figure everything out. I wish Candace's battle could be in the same caliber though, as you could easily slide right through it without the need to be slow and figure everything out. This may be due to the fact that she is an ice-type gym leader, but honestly her gym battle is laughably easy. In Diamond and Pearl, she carries a Medicham, which is pretty interesting, but she also brings with her Sneasel instead of Weavile, with her prime mons being Abomasnow and Frostlass. Frostlass being a good step up for Candace, but honestly, if you picked anything besides Turtwig, her gym is a yawn and a half. Coming up next at number 6, I've gone with Byron. I will straight up say that if he didn't have Rourke as a biological relative, he would be at the bottom of the list. I don't like him alone as a one-shot character, but when you contextualize Byron with other characters, such as his son Rourke and Riley, I end up liking him a hell of a lot more. His gym design certainly isn't bad, being a maze with rising and lowering platforms make things very interesting as you try to find the one correct path. Also aiding Byron is the fact that his gym just so happens to be located in Canalave City, a city where you could do the event for Darkrai, head to Iron Island to do double battles with Riley, and has plot relevance due to the Canalave Library. With all of that being said, Byron is easily the most disappointing gym battle in the game. I may have said what I said about Maylene and Candace, but no matter which starter you pick, you should have absolutely no issues here. In Diamond and Pearl, he carries a goddamn Bronzor, Steelix, and Bastiodon for his ace. While in Platinum, he makes an improvement by flipping out Bronzor for Magneton. That being said, making Bastiodon your ace over a more offensive steel type, such as, say, Scizor or Empoleon, just hurts. I mean, look at Bastiodon's stats here. You mean to tell me that Steelix wouldn't have been a better choice? Sure, there's parallels with Rourke's Granados, but trust me, this Triceratops is no threat. With the remaining 5 gym leaders, I had a really hard time trying to order them. I had to put aside my personal bias as much as possible when creating this list, and as a result, I ended up with a very even final 5, which just goes to show how solid Sinnoh is. After putting together all the categories though, I had to give my number 5 slot to Volkner. Volkner is a character that I happen to personally like, as he shows character growth upon defeat, has a solid relationship with Flint, and owns up to the fact that he actually made his own gym design and didn't outsource it. So kudos there. The problem? He can actually think past 8th gym leaders. In the past, the 8th gym leader had a major tie to either the story or the champion. In Gen 1, there's Giovanni, and I don't really need to explain why that's significant. Gen 2 brought Claire, one of the tougher gym leaders, using a newly charged up type, and a cousin of a champion, Lance, who you knew from Gen 1. Generation 3 had both Wallace and Juan, with Wallace later becoming the champion in Steven Stone's stead, while Juan trained Wallace. Meanwhile, Volkner, he's just friends with Flint and bored because no worthwhile opponents have come his way for a while. And that's really about it. That's almost laughable though, considering, for an 8th gym leader, his team is hella weak. Diamond and Pearl keeps things interesting, giving him an Ambipom and frickin' Octillery to rock next to his Raichu and his 8th Luxray, but then Platinum went and gave him an all-electric team. You face his gym right after the Team Galactic business, meaning you'll have one of the legendary dragons, and it just ends up making him look like a goddamn cakewalk. What does save Volkner is his personally designed gym, which looks bitchin' good by the way, and his personal character growth. Overall, I couldn't put him above our top 4. Coming in at 4th place shouldn't be a surprise to anyone given our remaining choices, but number 4 goes to Crasher Wake. With Crasher Wake, there's a lot of positives about this guy. He personally tries to help you stop Team Galactic's team. He also forms a bond with your rival, who basically begs Wake to make him his apprentice, and Wake is all like, knobbish. Crasher Wake also has a great gym design, with a pretty suitable team for both his personality and of a competitive sense. So, why is he number 4? Compared to the remaining 3, he lacks either difficulty or memorability, but never both. In my personal opinion, Crasher Wake is far less difficult than the likes of Gardenia and Rourke, but at the same time, he's also less memorable than Fantina. To put my view in the best perspective, I want you to take a look at this character selection screen for Mario Party DS. By looking at this alone, I'm sure you have your favorite that you'd be willing to run around the board with immediately. In this selection screen, Wake is like Mario, symbolic for what his series wants to be, but by no means the most compelling. I don't think I've ever played a multiplayer Mario game and went, ooh, let me play as Mario, because it's just too boring and cliche and we already have like 727 titles we can do that in anyway. Again, I personally enjoy Crasher Wake. I think he has many positives, from gym design to his team, pre-Ace and Float Cell, to his personality. But when put up against the top 3, he's just too middle of a road for my taste. Remember when I said I put personal bias aside for this list? Kinda like what I did for Candace, Volkner, and Crasher Wake? That's exactly what I did with Gardenia, our number 3 pick. Now personally, I had to say I had the most issues with Gardenia. I'm 100% a Piplup stan in Generation 4, and unfortunately for me, Gardenia had a great team of grass types. While Diamond and Pearl had her sporting Cherubi, Turtwig, and Roserade, Platinum kicked it up another notch by having Cherubi evolve into Cherum, giving it boosted stats as a result. Speaking of Platinum, let's say that her lead mod in that game, Turtwig, got off a sunny day before you took it out. Well, unless you use something like Staraptor to knock it out, you're in a whole heap of trouble due to Flower Gift. You see, Flower Gift is an ability that, when the sun is out, the Pokemon's attack and special attack are boosted 1.5 times. And considering Cherim has base 87 special attack and base 85 speed, which is great for the second gym in the game, the little flower could very easily put an end to your parade. Oh, and don't forget you still gotta contend with her Ace Rosary, which has a Citrus Berry. That difficulty alone launches her into the top 4. But what sets her above Wake is her 2 different gym designs. The first being like a hedge maze, and the second involving a rose petals like a clock. Oh, and she also low-key predicted 6 Pokemon to date with her fear of ghost grass Pokemon becoming a thing. So, thank you for that, Gardenia. So, it comes down to this. The most difficult gym leader versus the most memorable. All things considered, even with different strengths, I believe our top 2 to be very evenly matched. However, after thinking about it, I realized that this list was a Sinnoh-only list, making my pick easy as to reward the gym leader who most symbolizes Sinnoh. So, as a result, second place this go-around has to be Rourke. Like Whitney 2 generations before, so many people have had issues with Rourke. Despite being a Rock-type gym leader, and thus weak to Water and Grass Pokemon, the main killer of his team ended up being Cranidos. Cranidos, this early in the game, is absolutely crazy. With base 58 speed, odds are Cranidos is going to be outspeeding both Turtwig and Piplup. Chimchar as well if it doesn't have a plus speed nature. While it may not have any rock moves, trying to rely on defenses to keep you safe is nothing more than a joke because Cranidos has a monstrous base 125 attack. With that attack stat, with a positive nature and 252 IVs, Cranidos could have 383 attack at level 100, even outpacing current OU staples such as Hawlucha and Zygarde, while keeping on pace with Bisharp. This is not my endorsement to run Cranidos in Gen 7 OU, by the way, just a comparison. Couple that with the fact that both Geodude and Onix are carrying Stealth Rock, and Onix, which is faster than Cranidos, has Screech by setting up for Cranidos, and Rourke is a very intimidating first gym leader. While both Brock and Roxanne may have tried the Rock Fang, Rourke takes that and perfects it, complete with a perfect inspiration for improvement in his father. That being said, Fantina just symbolizes Sinnoh better. In my personal opinion, Sinnoh, more than any other region in Pokemon, symbolizes a wide stretch of cultures. You have the beach to the east, the miners in the south, the snow people in the north, and far and away, you have everyone else in between. It doesn't matter where you are in Sinnoh, you still embrace the ideologies of the entire region. And Fantina, who is clearly a foreigner based on her dialect, very much embodies Sinnoh. She carries Sinnoh's beauty and grace, in the contest hall and otherwise. She carries interesting, fair teams, with her team scaled perfectly between Diamond and Pearl, and Platinum, since she's 2 gym leaders earlier in Platinum. Even her gym designs stand out, with one being a maze in the dark while the other is a simplistic math puzzle that, for the right age group, makes use of one of the main new features of Generation 4, the Pokédge. All things considered, Fantina truly stands as the best gym leader of Sinnoh. And with that, that's the end of another Revival Series episode. Do you think I'm in the right for giving Fantina the W on this one? Who's your favorite Sinnoh gym leader? Let me know down in the comments, and until next time, this is Joeypals, signing out.